Okay, so see the combustion requirements of the combustion that we have to know. What are the requirements of the combustion? Because that is very important point. If we want to have the combustion process, then what are the requirements? What are the requirements? Based on that requirements, we can proceed for the next part. So there are three T's which are required for the combustion. So what are those? So the objective of good combustion is to release all of the heat available in the fuel, and this is accomplished by the controlling the three T's of the combustion. So whatever the amount of heat is there in the fuel, that should be released. And if you want to release that complete fuel heat, then you have to control the three T's. Okay, so what are those three T's that you should understand? The three T's for combustion are: the first is temperature. So you require the enough temperature for ignition process. See, if the temperature is not there, the combustion process will not start and it will not sustain also. Remember that. So, see, wood is fuel and air is there. So, still we will not have the combustion at atmospheric temperature, because wood will not fire at atmospheric temperature. It will require certain temperature, and that we are calling as the ignition temperature. So, ignition temperature should be there, and it should be maintained to have the complete combustion process of the fuel. Okay. So temperature should be high enough, and you have to maintain that ignition of the fuel. So that is the first requirement, T we can say. Then second is the turbulence for intimate the mixing of the fuel and oxygen. See, uh, turbulence means what? That is the random flow of air. Okay, random flow of air. So when the combustion process is occurred, then the combustion products are generated like CO2. Okay, carbon dioxide is generated. Now if you don't remove that carbon dioxide from the fuel side, and if you don't supply the oxygen, fresh oxygen to the fuel, the combustion process will not continue. If we will not get the oxygen, then combustion process will not continue. So what you have to do, you have to remove the combustion products and you have to supply the oxygen continuously, and then only the combustion process will be sustained. So what is the next part that is required? That requires the turbulence, means removal of combustion products and addition of the oxygen to the fuel. That is required, and that is done with the turbulence. Okay, so turbulence is requiring for that mixing process. Okay, mixing of fuel and air is essential part, and that is done with the turbulence only. So turbulence is important, because mixing will not be there if the turbulence is not there. Okay, particularly if you are having the solid fuels, then the bagasse or the coal is not burned as it is. It should be mixed with the air by with the small powder like structure, that is called as a pulverized coal. Okay, coal is not burned as it is. It is made first powder of that coal, and then it is inserted inside the combustion chamber, so that the mixing of air and fuel takes place better way. Liquid fuel and gaseous fuels are not having that much problem, but solid fuels are having very huge problem, that is mixing of air and fuel. So for that purpose, the different techniques are used. That is, first you can inject the air fuel, sorry, air. So there may be different fans for that, which will provide the turbulence and mixing of that. So that is the first part that you can have. You can say that is turbulence. So that is second T required. Then third T is there, that is time sufficient for the complete combustion. So you require the time. It is not happen it within very short period, because it is requiring certain time. So these are the three T's which are we can say that required for the combustion process. Okay, these are required for the combustion process. So you can say that too much or too little fuel with the available combustion air may result in unburned fuel and carbon monoxide generation, and excess air with the calculated amount of O2 is needed for ensuring the complete combustion. So see, one thing that you should remember, that is what, if you are not supplying the sufficient air, then fuel will not burn. Okay, because oxygen is deficiency of oxygen is there, then it will not burn. But apart from that also, you can see that if the oxygen is available and fuel is available, but it is not mixed properly, if it is not mixed properly, still there is, we can say that the unburned fuel will be there or incomplete combustion is there. So what you do, you have to supply some excess amount of the air so that you will get the ensure, you can say that you can ensure that there is a no any incomplete combustion or burning of the fuel. So for ensuring that, what you do, whatever the amount of the air is required, more than that you have to supply, and that is called as a excess air. Because in combustion chamber we don't know that contact of each and every fuel molecule is occurring with the oxygen or not. So you have to increase that probability that the contact is there. And how to increase the probability? You can increase the probability that by sending more oxygens in the combustion chamber. If you send more oxygens inside the combustion chamber, the probability of having the contact will be more, and that will generate or that will help for better combustion. So that is what excess air you should remember. Okay, now let us see the some part of the modeling of combustion air, or there are certain points that you should remember while studying the combustion regarding the air. So let us see that the oxygen is required in every combustion reaction, and in most applications air provides the needed oxygen. So that we have discussed that oxygen is required, but oxygen is not readily available. So you have to supply the air, and that air will provide the oxygen. Okay, that is one. Then second, the for simplicity we are going to consider that the air contains approximately 21% oxygen and 79% nitrogen. See, dry air I am considering, then in that case 21% of oxygen is there and 79% nitrogen is there. So this is based on volume or molar. Remember that molar or volume, if you consider, then 21% oxygen is there and 79% nitrogen is there. Now if you are having the 21% oxygen and 79% nitrogen, then we can say that the 3.79 times of nitrogen is there as that of the oxygen. Okay, so when air supply the oxygen in combustion reaction, every mole of oxygen accompanied by 3.79 nitrogens. So when you supply the air, and if you want 1 mole of oxygen, then there will be 3.76 nitrogens will comes with that oxygen, and that is uh, always exists during the combustion process. That is always exist in the combustion process, that you should remember. So nitrogen present in air is assumed to be inert. So that should be inert gas. It will not takes place in the reaction. It is not considered that it is not taking into part of the reaction. Particularly when you consider the external combustion engines, then it is considered that it is not taking part in the combustion process. But for IC engines, it may take part, and that's why the NOx is generated, that is nitrogen oxides are generated. Okay, so the nitrogen oxides are generated at very high temperature, which is not possible to achieve in the external combustion engines like boilers and steam power plant. So that's why the nitrogen is considered for those combustions as a inert gas. Inert gas means what? It is exists there, but it will not take part in the combustion process, and it will comes as it is in as a product. So reactant will be nitrogen, and it will comes as it is as a product, nitrogen. Okay, so that is not reacting with anything. So that's why it is called as a inert gas, which is exist, but it will not take part in the combustion process. Okay, and the molecular weight of the air you can consider it is 28.97 or 29. Okay, 28.97 you can consider accurate value, or you can consider it is a 29, that is value of the molecular weight of air. And the mass composition, if you derived based on this, then it is consisting 23% of oxygen and 77% of nitrogen. So we have discussed that the volume percentage is 21 and 79, while mass basis, if you consider, it is 23 and 77. Okay, so 23 plus 77. See, moist air is used in the combustion, and the water vapor present in the air is considered in writing combustion equation. So when we will go in details analysis, then the air is consisting the moisture also, and that moisture content in the air also considered for the heat balance. Okay, particularly the moisture will take the heat with it, and that we have to consider. So that is also considered while combustion equations when you will write. Okay, so this is all about the modeling of combustion air, and these are the assumptions that we are going to